Hey YouTube, Scarecrow here. I am here today to do a deck profile for you guys on my OTT Magus build. Now that we finally have an actual archetype to play within the clan, I'm going to cover that. This deck is fun. I do enjoy playing it. I don't know if it's the most competitive. I kind of think the Imperial Daughter CEO Deer build is probably better, more versatile. This deck is still pretty good. It's still a pretty good deck, and it's fun to play. So let's get started. Obviously, like every deck, we have our starter. Then we have our triggers, 4 heal, 4 PG draw, and our 8 crit. Pretty easy to understand that part. For the grade 1s, first we have Mikey of Elegance. So the idea with her is she just makes the deck more consistent. This deck really needs to ride properly to make sure the deck's going to run smoothly the rest of the game, and that basically means you want to make sure that you can first ride into her typically, or if you already got her, you want to make sure that you're later on going to actually have this card to ride, or just have a grade 3 in general, and this card's going to help you do that. So you ride her, you use her skill first, Soul Blast, look at the top 5. If you get one, you can put it on top, and then resolve your starter skill to draw that card you just put on top. It just makes the deck more consistent when you're doing your mulligans. If you have a 3 but you haven't seen your 2 or 1 yet, you want to make sure you get them. You can put them back with confidence that you're still going to have a good chance to get a 3 because of her skill. Next, we got 4 Curie Magus. This card is really good. You call her, look at the top 2, rearrange them. Also a good Vanguard ride because you can call, look at the 2, put one you want on top, draw that card. It's a really good card, really good. Next we got 3 Tetra Magus. I think more than 3. I think 4 is like a little too much. I think 3 is just right. She's a very good card, in the sense that you can call her and counterblast draw, kind of like you would with Circle Magus, except for her, you don't have to ride her. You can use her at any point in the game. You don't have to put the crit back. You could just play her to get a counterblast 1 draw. The ability to put the crit back is like extra, and it's really good. Who figured putting a critical trigger on top of your deck is really good. And last for the grade 1s, I'm playing 2 for Folly Magus. I go back and forth on this last spot of the deck quite a bit, but I like Farfalle for the fact that she can help make the deck even more consistent with her ability to stack. Sometimes you'll do something like look at your top cards, and there's a less desirable card there, and you can call Farfalle, put on the bottom, knowing that the card below it's something you want, and just make the deck even more consistent and hit triggers even better. For the 2s, first we got 4 Rhombus Magus. This card isn't like a fantastically amazing card, but it's a pretty good card. It swings 14 and doesn't let the opponent intercept, and it has no cost to it, just does it. It's a good card. Beat stick with guard restrict for no effort. Then we got 4 Stellar Magus. This card is not super amazing, but it is pretty cool. It doesn't really hit good numbers. It does help against force decks, that the extra 2k from the boost helps you hit like 19 typically. So they're not going to be able to 5 guard you, but mostly she just puts in some pressure. Opponent doesn't want to let her hit. You could, because if they let her hit, you can do something like put a draw trigger on top of your deck, then their turn, no guard, damage a draw trigger. But yeah, mostly the best part of her is that she has a decent skill and she's a Magus. So yeah. And then our last grade 2, we have 4 Rectangle Magus. This card is really good. It buffs an extra 5k when you get triggers. It's really good. It's like when you're on your Pentagonal Magus and you get triggers and you give them to Rectangle. It's like each trigger is 2 triggers for Rectangle because it gets like plus 20. It's really strong. Goes into really high numbers. And then it has its other skill. It's just a really good card. And for the 3s, we got our 4 hexagonal and our 4 pentagonal. Hexagonal is a pretty good setup card. It's a good early game ride just to get things rolling. It's cool that it also can like do things on the rear guard. Its ability to buff, just like Rectangle Magus works on rear, so it's a good beat stick. It's a good setup card. Get grade 3 in Soul, do some plays, then you start going in your pentagonals. Pentagonal, it's a pretty simple card, but it's really good. Like this card, when it attacks, it is intimidating. The fact that your triggers are getting even bigger, and it's doing quad drive, it's really strong and scary. Very scary. Some matchups though, you gotta be careful. Because even though like this card can really push out there, put in some like massive drive checks, hit all these triggers, make like these 2 huge. This card can output really high, but this deck has some bad matchups like Angel Feather. It's so dang hard to kill Angel Feather, and this card just burns through your deck so fast that like you're likely to deck out. So, but overall, it's a pretty good deck. Yeah, that covers that. I don't know what else to go from here. Thank you guys for watching.